it brings the camper into a more affordable range for people just starting to get into it. Hey guys, Destin the RV Guide here, going over more of that RV lifestyle stuff. Together we can tour the newest models. We're going to go over some RV tips and tricks, maintenance tips and tricks, RV news, and a whole lot more. If you're part of that RV lifestyle, make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow along for more. Hey guys, Destin the RV Guide here, and today we are checking out a 2024 Coleman Lantern 17R. So it's the couples coach version of the 17B, America's most popular, least expensive new camper. And this is the two-person version of it. So they forego the bunk beds, give you a big rear bathroom, and really keep everything quite similar. But let's start off on the outside, go around it, and get in and check this thing out. So keep in mind, this is marketed as a affordable camper. They're not going to do all the bells and whistles that some of these models that we've toured together see. But they got you all the basics and I think a little bit more than that. So 20-pound LP tank at the front. You can upgrade to a 30-pounder. There is an auxiliary solar port right towards the back there in case you wanted to add a solar panel or a briefcase panel if you're doing some off-gridding, which I would advise to look into something with a true heater instead of something like this, if that's something you plan on doing. But we'll get to that later. You do have a nice little pass-through storage here in the front. They give you the magnetic catch on it. And then a decent amount of space down here underneath that bed. There is another pocket underneath the bed which you can access from the inside too. You do get a power awning on the camper. It's an 8-foot power awning, so it's enough to get your table under and enjoy the outside, which is the whole point of these things. 110 power outside as well, so you can plug in a couple things, maybe have lunch out there. Excuse the crunching, it's cold out here. In the back, you're going to have a backup camera prep, your rear stabilizers for the camper, and then your stinky slinky spot. Pretty basic stuff, but again, it's not meant to be a luxury camper. It's meant to be a utilitarian and usable camper. All your tank pulls are pretty basic, right towards the rear of the coach, right next to your low point drains. Of course, your gray and your black pulls. You're going to have a 6-gallon gas water heater back here, and your electric hookup. Keep in mind, this thing's just about 22 feet and just about 3,000 pounds, so very easy to tow, quite compact, and again, I keep saying it, but it's got all the basics. So you come inside, greeted with a queen-size bed towards the front here, little overhead storage shelf, and then our side-mounted air conditioner, which is really nice to have in a small frame like this. It's not an overhead AC, so you won't get the BTUs out of it, but it's a lot easier to switch out if something were to ever happen. Now, make sure you keep everything level in the camper while you have that AC running, because, of course, if you're off level and it's pushing into the side, you're going to have some water drain in. So there's pluses and minuses to having that side mount air conditioner. Queen size bed in the front. You do get 110 volt power on the wall there, and then up on the ceiling you're going to have your TV hookup and another outlet for it. You can mount it right on that wall. You're going to have a nice dinette here. There's nothing holding the table in, so you can bring it right outside and add to your under awning fun if you so choose. It is an extra sleeper if you do need somebody else to stay the night with you too. Your water heater and your awning controls will be right up at the top. Your water pump as well. And that's your tank monitoring panel. Decent little kitchenette here. So you got your 1-bay sink, a 2-burner cooktop. You do have a 5,000 BTU electric fireplace right underneath there, which is your main source of heat for the camper. So that's why I mentioned earlier, if you plan on not being at a hookup or not having a generator, you'll need to find an auxiliary way to heat the camper. You have a little spot underneath there to give you for the trash can, and a GFI outlet right next to the kitchen here. You got a window that opens right by the dinette, a little bit of overhead storage right above there, which is Nice in a small frame like this. You really need every square inch you can get. You got an Everchill fridge here. You got a little freezer box, nothing to write home about, but it's enough to get you through a couple of days. And then a high point microwave right up top here. And this is where they changed from the 17B. You get a lot more bathroom space, and it comes in with the storage. So you have your shower stall right there, a little bit of a step up to get into it, and you have an overhead vent in there as well. Little hanger over the commode. There's the commode itself, which space is very nice on it, actually. You can actually sit down there without an issue. Still no sink in the rest area here, but you're given a huge wardrobe. In lieu of those bunk beds, this is what takes up the space, and it really makes a difference when it's just two of you guys, or, you don't need to bring the whole family with you, but you want to, actually bring your clothes and, kind of set up a base camp. This will give you the opportunity to do it. And I think that about concludes the tour of the 17R here. I think it's a great entry-level couples coach. I don't think if you're looking for every bell and whistle under the sun, this one would be it for you, but it brings the camper into a more affordable range for people just starting to get into it. And maybe, you don't have a huge family. You don't need a third of the camper taken up with bunk beds, and that's where this kind of shines. They got a lot going for it with the 5,000 BTU heater. It's a really nice presentation for the camper here. Got all the basics you need. I keep saying it. If you have any questions about this, or if I forgot anything you wanted to see, happy to respond to a comment. You can also get a hold of us on Facebook too. The link will be in the bio. And gosh, if you're in the market for an RV, happy to help out. Feel free to reach out. Make sure to subscribe for more walkthrough videos like this, and definitely check out the 17B video too if you want to see something with a bunk bed. Thanks for watching, and make sure to follow along for more.